Chip, to the question in relation to that 1,500 square feet, or whatever it is.
It is.
1,500 square feet. If someone else were to purchase it and erect a sign, what would they have to do?
Well, no, they wouldn't be able to do that either, because a sign would have to be 15 feet back from the highway, so it's only a 10-foot strip. But your home's right behind this strip?
Yes.
So you're in a residence, but you're non-conforming. So if you ever moved out and that use was abandoned, a residence could not go back in there. It becomes a business lot. So this would definitely be an added value to that, because it's 1,500 square feet and brings it right up to the road.
Right.
So you would have a valuable business lot eventually.
Your property could be worth more to you by acquiring this piece of property, potentially.
Well, and then what would happen to our tax rate?
Well, I can't imagine the assessment going up
Would it still be residential rate?
Right now.
Right
now.
Right now.
As long as you,
This 15 feet, and my mother's also.
right, I would assume her zoning would just, for that 1,500 square feet now would fall in line with what her majority of her property
It would be
is.
combined with your lot, so it would still be a
So
residential.
your zoning would stay the
use.
same.
The same, okay. Because we didn't know that this was until we received this letter. We thought it was state, we knew we couldn't go out to the highway, but it's just trees and some.
What happens if the state decides to widen the highway and take my property?
That would be an eminent domain taking and be subject to coming to an agreement or going to court and determining what the fair
There'd
market
be some
value
value
is.
paid to you.
Okay.
But,
But we were just concerned that if we were to go into a bidding war with someone who wanted to put a sign up, but if they have to go 15 feet back, they can't. It would be on our property.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Welcome.
And that covers 50 and 51, my mother.
Yeah.
Mr. Prisco.
Mr. Chairman, I move to sell by auction town-owned land designated as map 12, parcel 150, located at 318 Main Street, in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 60, Section 77B, at a minimum bid price of $900, subject to the following restrictions: that the lot not be used in and of itself as a separate building lot. No building or other structure of any kind shall be erected or maintained on the premises unless the premises combined with adjoining and said adjoining land already meets the minimum requirements of the town of North Reading for a separate building lot.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. Is there further discussion?
Nope.
Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Next lot is, again, 1,500 square feet. It's at 316 Main Street. We've already heard from people in the audience.
Ditto.
Mr. Prisco?
Mr. Chairman, I move to sell by auction town-owned property designated as map 12, parcel 151, located at 316 Main Street, in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 60, Section 77B, at a minimum bid price of $900, subject to the following restrictions: that the lot not be used in of itself as a separate building lot. No building or other structure of any kind shall be erected or maintained on the premises unless the premises is combined with adjoining and said adjoining land already meets the minimum requirement of the town of North Reading for a separate building lot.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. The next,
Next question, how do we find out what we're zoned at, business or commercial or?
you check with the Board of Assessors.
Okay, good, thank you.
Next one is 304 Main Street. It's 3,000 square feet. It's currently assessed at $10,821. That's parcel 152 on map 12.
Same old, same old.
And, it abuts the highway and lot 89. Mr. Prisco.
Mr. Chairman, I move to sell by auction town-owned land designated as map 12, parcel 152, located at 304 Main Street in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 60, Section 77B, at a minimum bid price of $900, subject to the following restrictions: that the lot not be used in and of itself as a separate building lot. No building or other structure of any kind shall be erected or maintained on the premises unless the premises is combined with adjoining and said adjoining land already meet the minimum requirements of the town of North Reading for a separate building lot.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. Any discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous?
I'm just wondering why, well, maybe he already owns it, 302, another parcel, I don't recall selling it, but, is this on our list, the one next door?
There's a lot more to go on next year. I think they just picked a group this time around,
It's
right?
just another one.
The next,
Doesn't make sense, I agree.
the next, lot is address 206 Main Street, map 14, parcel 140. It's tax
That's expensive.
foreclosure, assessed value is 18,198.
I think it's because it's in front of a commercial.
It's in front of the Joker's
Yeah,
Wild.
joke as well, right?
Yeah. Now, if somebody buys this piece of property, does that restrict access to Joker's Wild?
No, that was tried years ago,
In order to hold them
many
up.
years ago.
Yeah, in order to hold them up,
Right, the whole trolley strip was purchased, and
and then the
There's a
individual.
lot on the other side that
Tried to
covers several
subdivide it in
different
order to get people to
pieces of
pay a
property.
premium for the access, and
the crossover, and
it didn't work.
the court said you can't restrict it.
Can't landlock them. Nice try, though. Hold on with the board years ago.
Yes, yes.
Mr. Prisco,
Turning no rights.
Figures.
So, do we wanna make this one a $1,500 or $900?
I have no,
It's really no value to anyone other than Joker's Wild. To say 900.
get it back on there.
Sounds good. And we'll pick 1 and 3 again, not 2, 4, and 5.
Mr. Prisco.
Mr. Chairman, I move to sell by auction town-owned land designated as map 14, parcel 140, located at 206 Main Street in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 60, Section 77B, at a minimum bid price of $900, subject to the following restrictions: that the lot not be used in and of itself as a separate building lot. No building or other structure of any kind shall be erected or maintained on the premises unless the premises is combined with adjoining and said adjoining land already meet the minimum requirements of the town of North Reading for a separate building lot.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous? The next lot is 8 Acres Boulevard, map 17, parcel 1, approximately 3,963 square feet. Assessed value was $23,869.
Jim, this one here, I mean, this is heading towards,
Kind of a little landlocked.
yeah, it's landlocked, and it's the end of Southwick Road towards,
The
Linwood Ave.
dotted,
Towards Linwood Ave.
is that a paper street or is that a,
It's a paper street.
How do you get
How come it
access?
doesn't say that on the, list of information? That it's a paper street. It says it's an unaccepted street. Are you sure it's a paper street?
Yeah,
It is, it
Oh,
doesn't,
yeah.
yeah, it doesn't exist.
you can't get there from here.
Why would it say unaccepted?
There's not a door for you to knock on, Mike, when you're running for reelection.
It's okay. I just drive my ATV
Do we
down there.
know, nobody's applied for this, do you know? I don't have any idea what the butters are.
is that lot 75?
That's on another map. That's map 15.
Yeah, again, it's landlocked.
No, that's 76, Steve.
Okay.
There's a lot
Okay.
75.
Oh, right, okay, I'm sorry, yep.
And it looks like the property crosses into another map.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what up above here, comes out onto Linwood or Cold Spring. Cold Spring that close?
I don't think so. Cold
I'm surprised.
Spring's further down, isn't it?
It's down and up and, it crosses also. And Cold Spring, get there, Linwood actually crosses, comes back parallel to Southwick.
Yeah, the Acres there's the paper street, which is off of one of the streets that is off of Linwood.
It is off of Linwood.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't get to it from Southwick at all.
right. But I don't know if there's any other homes or anything near it, or.
It would be nice to know what's on 75, because it goes into another map. I assume there's a home maybe on that?
I think we should pass on this for now, till we get additional information.
Yeah, I mean, I can
It's
go
tough.
get a map and show you what's on 75.
We're kind of ahead of the schedule. I'd rather just
That's
get
fine.
it done
Okay.
tonight, if that's
I
okay
don't
with
have
you
a problem with
guys.
that. That's fine.
Give me a minute to let my voice,
You're getting the hang of it now. You're doing all right.
Just getting into it.
Yeah, I know. You're on a roll.
Mr. Jones?
Nice to see you.
cheers.
Taking a brief recess. You can leave the camera on. I'll just remind the board members not to say anything they shouldn't say. Yeah. No, it's okay.
No, it's okay. We'll be on our best behavior, I promise.
Southwick, these are Southwick. Okay. Yeah. This is Water, this is Southwick. Southwick, so that's Wadsworth Road.
At least I knew it wasn't Cold Spring.
Yeah, right. That Cold Spring, I thought Cold Spring would come across this way. That was off a little bit.
So this street can't extend down, right?
No, because this is, these two lots, these are all Southwick right here, so that's the end of the road, it actually drops off like this. So, you know, when the Masons.
Yeah, I remember him.
All right, Jim can come back, but I think 1 and 3.
I like the pace of the meeting though so far.
That's the chairman. $900?
Yeah, if Jim confirms what Steve's belief is, I would agree with that.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit the restroom.
I have
Yeah,
to
it's
say,
just it's right on the corner. That,
getting in town
Right.
hall,
I
You
can't
can't
do
tell from
how
the
big
map
the
that
lot
we.
is. I'm thinking that lot.
way ahead.
See this line here?
Yep.
Right. You know, that's a different map.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Right side of 163. Yeah, but basically loaded for the railroad right
Blackie still pitching?
Yeah.
They were not safe.
now.
All we gotta do is turn around.
Yeah. Wadsworth Road.
Yeah.
This is it right here.
This shows it better.
Yeah.
This will show you actually where the house is. This is,
Is it Billy Mason's old house?
this is 17, which you got a copy of. So this lot here, this is map 4. So this is Acres Boulevard. This is the corner of that lot. That's where the house is. It's the same house.
So it's
So there's a house,
pretty
on-
good
there's a
sized
house
lot
on
there,
that
yeah.
lot. Yeah, it's 29,000 square feet.
But the house is in a funny spot as far as septic. I'd still go 1 and 3.
Right, exactly.